Please spend a few moments before you walk for autism to hear this brief presentation, how pets and other animals can become a non-human audience. A non-human animal audience can be just the thing an autistic child needs to gain confidence and reach out confidently to others. What is it about autism spectrum disorders that we can easily address and feel confident about? A person who has withdrawn from the world needs to find 1. Trust and acceptance in his or her audience. 2. Inner balance from which to extend the social self. And 3. The power needed to embolden and build confidence and trust. Pets can become a non-human audience, offering warmth, companionship, and unconditional regard, which can lead to trust, acceptance, and inner balance. These factors can lead to extension of the social self and empower the person to become bold and confident with a real audience. The following brief slideshow outlines scientific evidence supporting the benefits of non-human companions and pets toward enlarging the universe of persons with ASD. Part 1. Trust and Acceptance. A non-human audience offers the possibility to dampen the overwhelming urgency to keep up with social cues and relieve some of the social anxiety that comes with that evaluation apprehension. Non-human friends can make everywhere feel like home, making self-extension more likely. And animals from which persons with autistic symptoms learn fundamental attachments may find their furry friends a model by which to generalize meaningful human attachments. Non-human animals, such as pets, function as a non-human audience, a positive and receptive means for those in need of fellowship to find welcome and acceptance. There is a popular theory called intense world theory, which suggests individuals with ASD find the world overwhelming and so become inward focused. Animals can become an intermediary for these two worlds and dampen the impact of direct confrontation. Most of us know how it feels to break the ice in social situations, to diffuse the anxiety of getting familiar with social others. Pets and non-human animals can provision a path for diffusion of this anxiety. We all feel pretty comfortable at home and not so comfy elsewhere. Having your best friend with you all the time makes everywhere feel more like home, and it strengthens confidence and esteem in those who need a social support. As children, we learn through creative play and imagination how to acquire the life skills we needed. Attachments formed with pets and animals are very similar. These can become models for how to do the same with people by creating participative experience and positive outcomes. Part 2. Balance and Extension. Before any one of us may extend in confidence and become what we might become, we must first feel comfort within us, have that inner balance, a sort of effective rest. From this rest potential, a person with ASD may similarly become what we all hope he or she will become. Animal companions may help alleviate repetitive behaviors as they become an external stability a person with ASD can depend on for support. The trust learned between human and pet can translate to the potential for trust between other humans in their environment. Therapeutic animals have shown they can aid social reach and inner confidence. Most importantly, trusted, unconditionally accepting animals might be a path to facilitating intrinsic communication efforts with humans as a drive. An article in the American Journal of Orthopsychiatry concluded that non-human animals offer a wealth of health-promoting opportunities. These include therapeutic empathy, a surrogate family when people are too busy, a path back to social connectedness, and inner purpose and empowerment. Pets even lower blood pressure after stress, and they do it better than spouses do. Reining in disruptive behaviors can be challenging for us as caregivers because it is hard to adapt to social expectations and also convey the gentle guidance needed at the same time, rather than a sort of leash. Pets free us from this worry. They become living, gentle boundaries, effective tethers that compassionately nudge the behavior back into alignment with goals. Psychological threat is a real phenomenon which occurs in several conditions such as ASD and PTSD. The trust learned between a child with ASD and an animal exhibiting unconditional positive regard can translate to an inner balance and a confidence, allowing the child to reach outward and extend self out to his or her environment with similar trust. Autism spectrum often suggests reaching inward rather than outward for support and comfort. The external companion, though, helps the focus to remain more frequently outward, both to care for the animal and because the animal is a buffer between self and world. Animals allow rehearsal of relief from apprehensiveness. Communicating needs is a human urgency, yet many conditions make the thought of reaching for help more apprehensive than hopeful. But reading to and talking to one's pet has been shown to facilitate and grow confidence in communication. Part 3. Embolden and Build. So many scientific articles support the continuing value of support pets for ASD. Connections can broaden from a firm base, and the once doubtful self may feel emboldened to approach other people and acquire similar support and value. Non-human experience can extend into the social world as a natural outgrowth of experience and trust. Persons with conditions like ASD are often very apprehensive when it comes to performing in front of social others. But daily performances with eager, receptive pets can build a pattern of successful expression and confidence. All these might lead from the reluctant, inward-focused, solitary self to a hopeful, social self, emboldened by the evidence of past successes. Psychological articles show that inanimate objects such as toys do not provide the reinforcing feedback persons with ASD need. Fear of assessment is not alleviated by its absence, but by that warming feeling of belonging and acceptance from a living companion that grants the anxious person freedom from assessment. Barbara Fredrickson's Broaden and Build theory applies to those with ASD as well. In this case, to embolden and build on that bold new confidence with positive experience gained from pets. Non-human experience offers a companion-based context from which to grow a firm personal base. This becomes an anchor to begin reaching out hopefully and positively, to begin extending the self socially. Have you ever tried reading stories to your pets? Simply reciting fairy tales with their names mentioned frequently caused them to become an avid audience. For persons with ASD, a non-human audience is an ideal way to find acceptance while practicing reading skills. The mirror offers feedback, but a mirror can't respond. The animal companion can be both social mirror and respond with affection. Along with increased physical fitness, less anxiety, less need for medical services, and less fear vigilance, animal companions provide a path from internal self-checking to external confidence, and from a solitary preference to one attracted to social feedback. Pets empower their companion with a visible, fuzzy cheering section that is always louder than inner doubts. As you run, walk, or jog for autism with your neighbors for the Eastern Run Walk for Autism, think about the value a non-human audience can be for a person struggling with acceptance. Is there a way you can help connect someone in need with an animal that can help to alleviate that need? Remember that one of your neighbors is Odd by Nature Incorporated. We have a number of eager companions ready to be that non-human audience which can build esteem. Lastly, not long ago, David Elkind taught us that children weather the period of storm and stress via an imaginary audience, a receptive set of imagined companions applauding the struggles of the fearful individual in the spotlight of life. Just as that childhood imaginary audience helped all of us become all we could be, so too, a living, non-human audience can help ensure the story of autism has a happy ending.